Hello, and thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast, the best skateboard podcast in the world. Today is November 26, 2019. I'm Andrew Ariano, Fresh Cut, Grant Fierro, Shaggy Reef Willard. Baker 4 came out. Now, as a Baker expert, I would call myself. I've seen Baker 2G 100 times, Baker 3 300,000 times, Baker 4 one time, and that one time is why I'm here to talk to you fellas about.
Wow.
Different vibe from Baker 3. I'd say that this film, you can't compare the two. You can't. Although those of you who are listening who want to say, what does Drew mean? Don't tell me this. I need some more Baker 3. I need Baker 3 2, which equals 5, but fuck you. With this film still gives Baker 3 enthusiasts a little something. There's I'm glad to see that some people that aren't on the team, although they are on Death Wish, happy to see they made some appearances. Most notably, Eric Ellington. I was very sad to not see Jim Greco. That was a damn shame because he had such a fucking nasty part in Baker 3. I'd say my favorite part. I think it was who was the most high? Probably Rowan Zorilla. Yeah, he was one that snuck up under me. He did like the scorpion. He fucking hit me when I wasn't looking. I like that one. Those of you who are not in this Skype call, because we do this on Skype, Grant and Reef could not stop talking about Baca, and for good reason. I mean, I didn't even know that was him anymore. Actually, he lost so much weight, and it looked like he actually shrunk a little bit. I actually didn't think that he was a part of the video. I thought he was like some type of thug with all those tattoos. Scared the shit out of me. I love this video, but all but one person let me down.
Who?
He let me down. Not only did he let me down, but he also stole my Apollo Zero video part song. Was Riley Hawk. I actually expected him to have last part of this video, guys.
Oh.
I had high hopes for the Birdman Jr. You could call him a pigeon if you want.
Birdman. Pigeon.
But he didn't. It might have been because he used my Apollo Zero song. It actually didn't work well with his part at all. And I was hoping for some bangers, man. Like, I was really hoping he was gonna. It was like, oh shit, caca, killed it. He had some stuff, but I actually enjoyed Spanky's part more than his. So, but I like Spanky though. Oh, you know who hurt me too? Brian Herman hit me too. I wanted more out of Brian. B. Herm, I wanted more from him. Very sad about that. I wish I forgot that shit. I'm stunned.
All right.
What are your guys' thoughts? Grant, you were at the premiere. Who was your favorite part? And how many times have you seen it more than once?
No, all the way through, only once.
Okay.
Favorite part? I don't know. At the premiere, I had the most fun watching Baca, just simply because I didn't go to that video thinking in my head like I'm hyped to see Sammy Baca. So it was just a big surprise. I think everyone kind of felt like that for the most part, at least.
You know, I think people were surprised because I feel like they were surprised he's still on the team. I didn't know he was still skating.
And yeah, I mean, people were just surprised, and the theater went insane, especially for his ender. Like that was a really cool moment. But I don't know. I guess it's my favorite. It stood out the most to me. It was the most fun for me to watch, at least the first time through. I love watching Jacopo skate. All of his ledge tricks are so amazing.
Oh, that's the guy they introduced, right?
Yeah, he's so sick. Cater, dude, okay. I love that the video starts a hurricane down Hollywood. Like, they got straight to it. When I've been waiting for this Cater part, that's a trick that the photo came out. I believe it was an ad in Thrasher, and I wanted to see the footage of that. And they get straight to it. It's straight Hurricane Hollywood. It's the little Cater part. It's the new Cater part with hair, and it's amazing. I mean, another standout within his part is that double kinky grinds where they're dealing with the security guard. The way it's filmed, I didn't expect that many stairs. I don't think you could even tell it was a kinked rail until he gets all the way down. You see him hit the flat, and then it's like 10 more stairs. It's so long. And his nollie backside flip was beautiful down the set in SF. So he killed it for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, those are definitely some of my standouts. I could go on. I really enjoyed watching Reynolds. I like his ledge lines. I thought that was cool to see. He did a really good half cab flip nose slide. That was tight. And I mean, as far as Riley, I definitely hear you, Drew. I get it. I mean, he didn't, in my opinion, all Riley's footage was, what he had was good. He had great clips, but there wasn't that much. Riley didn't have like the standout part in that video. He's definitely worked on other projects as Baker 4 was in the works. So, I mean, that definitely could be one of the reasons for that. But yeah, overall, it's just fun to watch. Great video, very good skating. Definitely had Baker written all over it.
You mentioned last week about something that I would be a famous spot for Figgy that I would be hyped on. Was that the switch flip? Or are you talking about the crooked grind early grab pop out at USD rail?
Wait, I said that to you?
You said that on the video on the last week's podcast.
That spot that Figgy skates? I don't know.
Could have sworn
I don't remember what I was thinking.
You don't recall that, Reef?
I remember us talking about him hitting it. All I remember is what I said. I said he hit his head on doing a front feeble. That's it. But I'm trying to remember what Grant said about Figgy. 'Cause we were talking about Figgy for a little bit.
Yeah, we were. He did switch to the Mirrorlands, but I didn't know that he did that, so I don't know what I would have been. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Reef, your thoughts? You just watched it today, right?
Yeah, I was actually just watching it a second ago. Still haven't finished it. Amazing video so far. The whole team killed it. I feel like they all put in a pretty good effort to please everyone that's viewing it. And Reynolds was pretty cool how he was pretty much sprinkled out throughout the whole video. I thought that was really cool. And I agree with you, Grant. His ledge tricks are pretty dope. I mean, one in particular is the Figgy flip switch 5-0 front shove. And just like grinded it for a pretty long second. That was cool. Sammy Baca as well. Totally did not see that coming, all that footage. And it's pretty crazy part. The ender was insane.
Dude, it's so crazy.
And he actually popped, I don't know, there's people that could just throw that out, the big spin out of that nose slide, but he popped it out. He also did a kickflip back nose pick on this Vegas spot, which was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That just came to mind. But yeah, I would say I was actually really hyped on Spanky's part because of watching his Epically Later that came out a few years, maybe 2 or 3 years ago or whatever. All that history and everything, and him coming back, it was cool to see that part. I really liked it. Yeah, Cater killed it. Zach Allen killed it. And I'm not familiar. I'm not know what's going on, but wasn't Dante Hill? Wasn't he on Baker?
He was. Yeah, he's no longer on.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know that, so I was looking for him, and I did not. That just popped in my head.
Yeah, he's no longer on.
Yeah, Zach did kill it. I just got introduced to Zach from this video. That guy looks like a no-nonsense, get the fuck out of my way. He obviously doesn't fuck with Cater on a bed. Don't fuck with him.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, he. You could tell since from Young Americans video, he's definitely grown into his skating for sure, just like Cater. So they're both ripping it up, and I like to see that. He kind of reminds me of a little bit of Ben K. I don't know his style and how
Black
he
Ben K. All right, I feel it.
Yeah, Black Ben K.
Yo, Tyson's tray flip. I think it was a bump over a set. I think Tyson did such a good tray flip. His footage was really good. Kickflip backsmith that rail was sick too.
Yeah,
forgot to mention him, but I enjoyed watching Tyson.
I know what tray flip you're talking about. It's over the stair step with the bump. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I have to mention, to me, the number one most insane trick in this video, like just like I don't how did that even work, was T-Funk ollies out of the little curb cut to a frontside wall ride, like just jams into that wall and then bombs the hill. That's in downtown LA, and that just doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know how that shouldn't have worked. Like I don't know how he did it. He was going so fast, and that gap out is so far, and just the way he barely hits the bottom of that wall and just rolls out of it was insane. That's so crazy. I was tripping out on that clip.
I think Boulala probably had a clip that beats that. Is when he ate that airplane. That's a banger. Never NBD killed it for sure. Keeping the Boulala alive. Jeff Lenosi also made an appearance, which he'll flip over a can. Appreciated that. Shane Hale. I mean, always good to see him get tech. Beagle, Beagle, killed it as always. Did some bullshit at the courthouse. Like I don't even know. He rode up on the top of that ledge. Theodis Beasley got a little cocky, even though he says he's a humble motherfucker, talking shit, saying he got 20 grand on his neck. Shut the fuck up.
That was such a dope part, though.
His intro was so funny. It was he showed his tech manuals.
Dude, the backside heel fakie manny, so sick. Half to flip out.
But I think the MVP was the security guard who said that handrail was easy that Caters grinded.
That was so funny.
Well, I don't want to misquote him. He said, this ain't that bad. Looks at it.
So he was like, yeah.
Thinking about taking it on. Shout out to Neckface for doing that board slide and spray painting Felper. Cool. I saw a P-Stone tattoo on Figgy. I love that too. R.I.P. to our fallen skaters. And my last comments will be I like that they had young Cater and current Cater. Oh, that's cute. I like that current Cater. And then same thing with T-Funk, young T-Funk, and then older T-Funk looks like that guy that rides for Death Wish. I always forget his name. Switch Flipper.
Sean Dixon?
Yeah, he looks like his son.
I like that. That's funny. You know, it was a crazy clip. It goes by really quick. Sammy Baca does a kickflip out of like a ditch over a pole or something, or over some type of obstacle, and the flick is like, if you were to blink, you would think it was an ollie, but it went straight to his feet. It was like one of the coolest kickflips I've ever seen.
Sick.
Yeah.
I want to ask Grant, since you mentioned that would you say was the craziest clip? You said it was downhill on something. Would you say downtown?
T-Funk. He gaps out to that frontside wall ride.
You like that over Rowan's full cab flip down SF?
Oh, that was insane.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean that's definitely up there for that. Yeah, nollie cab flip or nollie frontside 360 kick flip. That was up there, one of the most insane clips in that video. That's cool too, because Rowan's had an ender on that spot before, and it was nollie flip. He kind of like grinded. There's like a corner of it, and he kind of like grinded and nollie flipped it. But dude, he outdid himself with this one. That was insane. He did it so perfect. He couldn't have done it any better.
I really, 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 really enjoyed this part. Now, Grant, you went to 2 premieres pretty recently, back to back. How would you compare the Baker video versus Jesus? I'm drawing a blank. What was the last video that came out?
Primitive Encore.
Thanks.
I mean, they're just obviously Primitive and Baker, pretty different brands. Primitive as a company and the premiere was a little more, like clean. They had the photo books for people, like, a little more like that. Baker, a little more of a party on the sidewalk, raw skater type feel to it. And definitely had, like, before the Primitive one, Paul went up there and talked, and like the team was on the stage, and Baker, the team went up there. Reynolds didn't really say much. Reynolds pretty much went up there and was like, all right, like, Baker 4, you guys want to watch the video? Cool. And just like walked off the stage. And it was definitely more hectic after the Baker one. People were going pretty crazy in the streets. So, I mean, kind of expected differences, just those brands being so different.
So you're not going to say which one you enjoyed more?
It's hard to pick which one I enjoyed more because I had so much fun at both. They're just different.
All right. What about you,
But
Reef? As far as a spectator, how much would you say? Oh, Grant looked like you wanted to add. What you got?
I was just gonna say, I kind of mentioned earlier, but highlight to me of the Baker premiere was the way that the theater exploded when Sammy Baca's Ender played. Like everyone yelling. That was like that's my favorite thing about skate premieres is the energy of everyone getting so hyped on someone's part or just one trick or whatever. That feeling is amazing. So that was definitely the highlight.
I'm glad you had a good time. Me,
Same here.
I'm not much of a premiere guy anymore. I've been to enough. I don't need to go to anymore. Like, I don't need to stand next to this idiot. It's fucking hot in here. Get the fuck out of here.
Premieres are the best.
This guy kind of threw up on half of my half caps.
Half of my half caps. I liked it. That was good, Drew.
Yeah. Not for me anymore, but I don't knock them. I used to go to them for a reason.
Yep.
Let's talk about. Did you guys watch that clip that I sent you? That Tony Hawk breaks down skateboarding movies.
I watched a few minutes, like 5 or 6 minutes, I think, of it.
What about you, Mr. Fierro?
I probably watched a solid minute or two.
Minute or two.
I got the gist of it. I just didn't have 30 minutes to watch Tony
It
Hawk.
was a long one, but you know I kind of
same
like.
here.
I like that it was a long one. He broke down different movies for different reasons, all the way from Back to the Future to movies. Police Academy. I didn't know that any skateboard. I don't know what the hell that movie was about. I didn't know David Spade was in it. Have you seen that movie, Reef?
No. When I heard him say it, I had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I guess he was in it. And then he kept growing right when they started filming that film. And David Spade, if you guys know, he's not the tallest of people.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, we can't use you anymore, Tony.
Like
and then
at the beginning, he was shorter than David Spade, and then he was taller.
Man. I don't know what the fuck was going on. He was supposed to.
Fun.
I guess he has like
Was he
the
like the
same.
son?
He has like he played him. You know what I mean? Like David Spade can actually skate a little bit, but I mean he ain't doing no melon grabs on no street gaps or anywhere. You know what I mean? So they had to get Tony, and then every time he landed, they're like, "Dude, get low, come on, bro."
Oh, it just looked too tall.
But they talked about Grind, and if you guys haven't seen Grind or familiar with Grind, I thought that was fun. Tony brought up some notable stuff I didn't know about it, such as they asked him to be a part of it, and he humbly declined. And I was like, okay, that's your way of saying fuck no, get me out of this shit. But they also had Burnquist and Bucky, play like the doubles, like when it came to the vert skating. Those of you who aren't familiar, Chad Fernandez, pro skater, he was a part of the film as well. But I didn't know that some of the makes, they were cut so weird. Some of the skaters didn't even land their shit. So I thought that was odd. Like the Nollie 360 body varial McTwist or whatever Bucky was doing at the time, it wasn't cut right. They moved it like to 3 different angles where it looked like it was him. But if you were to really see, I'm not a vert guy, so I don't pay attention to this stuff. But his hands actually go from like mute grab, and then when he's about to land, he lands in a melon. You're like, oh,
so funny.
So that
movie magic.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So I thought that was some interesting stuff there. And I didn't know in Back to the Future. I didn't know. I didn't know that they were skating with. It was actually they were using roller skater. Wheels on the board, and they had 8 wheels. Yeah,
Like 2 on each, like 4, like in the front, for one of the, like 2 and 2.
2 and 2, 2 and 2.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow,
Crazy.
yeah,
that is
The
crazy.
few minutes I watched of this piece, it was him. I don't know what movie it was from, but it was Tony talking about. I think in the movie it was like they're skating a contest because he was breaking down like if these were tricks people would actually do in a contest. There was someone like doing a nose manny on a quarter pipe, like on the deck of a quarter pipe.
yeah. That was Grind.
Okay, yeah, I figured.
And that
I've never
made
seen
sense
Grind.
what he said. I was like, well, you'd see that. I'm like, well, I guess you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was like, no one would nose manny it. Like, if anything, they're doing nose grind, like on the coping.
Yeah, I don't know. Fun. No, I found it pretty fun.
Who did that? Was it GQ or something?
Yeah, it was GQ.
It was
GQ
Yeah.
Sports. I didn't know they have a sports division now. Yeah, some fun times. Good job, Birdman. You know what? I'm surprised though they didn't mention like his involvement in that movie, Not Another Teen Movie, where he was the one skateboarding.
Wait, did they talk about?
They also didn't talk about Street Dreams.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to be on there,
Yeah.
but also
That would have been I would have liked to get his input.
he was in The New Guy, and that.
Oh, that's what I
pretty
meant.
good.
I meant that, not
Okay.
Another Teen. He was in The New Guy. Yeah, they didn't talk about his performance in that either.
Yeah,
That bothered me as well.
Yeah, that would bother me.
He did talk a little bit about what was that, the 90s? 90s film? What was that called?
Mid-90s?
Mid-90s.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they just
I'm gonna have to check
they
that
were
out.
just talking. I never seen the film, but they were talking about how the kid who didn't ollie, they were skating that famous roof gap, how he fell right in the middle.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, you're not going fast enough." Like, clearly, bro, you're
Drop.
You're clearly not.
I mean, the kid gets bodied.
I know. Thank God he gets the shirt wrapped around his head.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Tony noticed that. I mean, I would have noticed. I'm like, that's kind of dumb. You could tell they had like a bunch of padding at the bottom of it. That
Yeah, of course.
that when he fell back, when he ollies down, he's like falling back, but he lands on his face, on this table.
Oh, like
Also
like
some
he would have landed on his back.
yeah, also some funny editing, but.
Yeah.
Ooh, but let's get into these topics, man. Was this Brian Peacock made it onto the list?
Man,
So
I'll
good.
tell you one thing. If you're a fan of Peacock, you're going to be hyped on this. I know that the tech wizardry isn't for everybody, but if that's what you're into, man, he definitely does ledge tricks that no one else can do.
Hey, you know what I failed to mention?
What's that?
This is correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first full-length Baker film that's HD, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, any thoughts on that? You have no thoughts? Or it's just...
The vibe was still there. I
back
thought.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're sick.
I did see a photo the other day of, I think it was like a HVX or something that Beagle was filming with, and it was painted like the Shake Gent, like how his VX was all green and yellow.
Oh, that's cool.
It's tight. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's look at Brian Peacock skating. What is this, a trolley? What's he doing over here? The subway?
Dude, that's crazy. Knows
He
many
tapped.
flips.
What is
I'm
he-
sorry, I had to say it. He
Yeah.
tapped.
It happens on those many flips. He
I was like-
flipped out so good though.
He did, but I was like, "What is he? What? Don't even put it in if you tap." I mean, I know it's all fun. I know it's all fun, but you're gonna get whacked, and now whack's coming for you.
That's probably what he wants. He wants to get whacked.
Maybe. Hey, that's good bait right there.
Oh,
Not a bad idea actually.
But yeah,
Reese, did you like it? I feel like
No.
you enjoy
I-
this stuff, right?
yeah. No, I liked it a lot actually. I just had to call him out for the nose mani-
Yeah.
the tap on the nose mani. But no, yeah, I got some notes. It was pretty sick. The switch tray, he has after watching Encore, because he did a switch tray in that in a line, like just on flat ground. But he has the best switch tray, I think, out of like, I don't know, maybe anyone, because dude, it looks regular. It doesn't look switch, which I think it looks sick. But he does a switch tray after like this, I don't know, pretty like crazy hill bomb. It looks like for Brian, and then I don't know, it was super sick. He does nollie 360 5.0 in a line. That was pretty crazy.
Mm.
And then the nose drawing 360 out was pretty crazy
Yeah.
too.
You know what's crazy about that trick?
Mhm.
He made that trick look like it would not be that hard.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like he made it look like a nose ground 180 or something, but
Yeah.
he spun all the way around. That was just crazy the way he did that.
Whoa.
And I thought it was really cool that he did right before he does nollie, front tail, shove, and then does like a quick shove right after, like a front shove right after. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
He's got amazing style, and the ender was awesome. Hey, didn't he do the frontside flip, Manny switch frontside flip out? Didn't he do that in Encore, just in a different spot?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't blame him though, because I've never seen that trick. So just
Yep.
toss it in both.
Yeah, that's such
the
a
one.
crazy trick.
I think the one he did in this was cleaner. The Encore one, it's not sloppy, and I actually almost like this about it. The one in Encore, he kind of like smacks his tail when he lands the switch frontside flip out. this one I think was a little more like solid all four at the same time maybe.
Yeah.
I did like his clips. He skated that little steep bank kind of thing. Like did switchback 5.0 like front big kind of. I thought that was really sick. The way he did it and the way they filmed it looked really cool. Yeah, but I agree, man. That flat ground switch tray is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at it because I made a loop of it, and so I was kind of I was watching the loop and just looking at his body when he switch trays, and it doesn't look like the only thing that moves is his arm, like, barely goes up. His front arm doesn't move, his back arm barely moves, and his legs they don't even look like they move. Like, he just barely, like, so light on his feet jumps, and the board's just right under him. I don't know. It looks crazy. Like, that was a beautiful switch tray.
Yeah.
He did a dart slide on this one.
So random. That was so surprising.
He got his day one on. Where's he skating on over here?
A lot of that's in China, I believe.
He's not from there, right?
Yeah.
You don't know where he's from?
I just know that's what I heard is he lived in China. I don't know where he's from, though.
Well, it looked like he was skating with Dev and Callaway. That's cool.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Homies, they definitely skate.
I went to
Devin
Paul's Park one time, and those two were still hanging out. I guess they hang out consistently.
Yeah, I think they're homies. I mean, obviously Devin lives here and Brian lives in China, but
how many switch trays has this guy got in him? He must be, I forgot. He's sipping on that P-Rod juice.
Hey, another cool clip? He does a switch big spin nose manny, 180 out, but he does something like really quick right before it. I think he did like a front 180 to like over like a little gap, over the gap he does the switch big spin to nose manny. Looks so sick.
Yeah, I do like that though. He tends to do a lot of like quick little, like even a little shove it right after a ledge trick or something. He makes it look good.
Yeah,
my opinion.
You like tech stuff, Grant?
Yeah. I mean, I'm down to watch some tech skating here and there, not all the time. Okay, I don't know.
What about like where it gets like really technical, like
always.
PJ technical, where you can't? It takes you more time to say the trick than actually to watch it.
There's exceptions, but probably not. I don't know. Like, I'm down for tech skating, but there's certain people, like Trent McClung, he's a tech skater. To me, in my opinion, I'd say, like, in general, that dude's tech. And I like watching him skate. Because he does his tricks so well.
1,000%.
He does his tricks very well. And, I mean, there's certain tech dudes that it just doesn't, like, look that cool to me. But Trent makes it look really cool. Definitely some of Peacock stuff looks great. I don't know.
Were you a Mike Mo fan? His tech?
Yeah, I'm down to watch Mike Mo.
You like Mike Mo's tech?
He makes it look great as well.
Smooth. Okay. He's smooth.
Okay.
And all those dudes, maybe not. I mean, I'm sure Peacock has pop, but I like watching dudes like Mike Mo. To me, he pops his tricks so well. Like watching him skate tables and stuff is sick.
What about whose tech is Nick Tucker? You like his stuff? Two tech.
I mean, with all respect to it, yeah, it's not really like my taste in tech skating.
I got one more for you. You thought you were gonna get away with this one, but I got you. Felipe Gustavo.
Ooh.
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss. Okay, very well, ladies and gentlemen. Next topic. I won't bother you anymore. Oh, wait. I got one more. Now, what about Chris Cole?
That's a good one, Drew.
I don't know if I really like watching Chris Cole get tech. I don't know. Not really.
You rather see him huck it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if it's Chris Cole, jump. All respect to his tech stuff, though, because you know what? This cool how many tricks that dude's done that probably no one else had done at the time.
Now,
those guys.
What about his tech rail stuff? Because most people think of tech on ledges.
Yeah.
What about his tech rail stuff?
Like, we're talking handrails?
I'm not talking about tray flip nose blunts. You're talking switch front side flip 5.0 grinds.
I don't know. Some of it's cool. I don't know. It's hard to... This is like a general... I don't know.
Only some of it. All right. We'll move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got here. Ronnie Sandoval. Oh, please. Shut it down, Ronnie. You know, we might have to end the podcast after this topic. I fucked up.
Are you a big fan of Ronnie?
Who doesn't like... You're asking stupid stuff today. Why would you ask me that? Who doesn't like Ronnie Sandoval?
I'm not. I mean, I like him. I just didn't know that was you would get that hyped on him. That's cool to see.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, you gotta watch that with the music, man.
Mm-hmm. I agree, Grant.
Great job selecting that song and editing the footage to it.
Like, I wouldn't usually listen to that kind of music, but it went so well with the skating and the edit. That's what I put on my notes. So
Perfect.
I agree. Yeah,
Ronnie
killed it.
dude to watch skate pools.
Yeah,
Mhm.
This is a cool, like, unique style, in my opinion.
yeah, he's ruining people's careers. He's coming after your paycheck. There's a reason why some of the guys on vans got let go because Ronnie came in and kicked the door down.
Yeah, he looks like he should be in a bowl or just on any tranny, like surfing it up, dude. He's so sick.
Yeah, if
Did
I
you
saw
guys
him on the
notice?
street slapping curbs, I'd slap him. I want to see him in a bowl.
Yeah. Even though it seems like he can get down in the streets as just as much almost. I don't know.
Yeah, he can.
But there was a clip that I thought was actually pretty funny when they do that doubles with Don.
Mhm.
And when Don does the back tail, he's looking at Ronnie as he's dropping in from the back tail. And I was like, Don did the back tail like, I know this is about Ronnie right now, but Don did the back tail like it was nothing. It was so crazy. He's like looking at Ronnie.
That's insane.
Land like as he's rolling into the
That's gnarly.
Yeah, I had to rewind it a couple of times because I was like, damn.
That's cool.
Yeah, but that backside flip line in that park that I feel like that's like his home park maybe. And I think that's the one where he hurt his knee on that wall.
Yes.
Yeah, he did a backside flip over like a little tabletop. I thought that was such a cool line.
That was tight.
Yeah, just throws a backside flip at the end. So sick.
Yeah, that was pretty rad.
Yeah.
Man, good to see him back too. I mean, you mentioned the knee. That knee thing that's a slam I kind of wish I never saw.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Oh yeah, he was out for a bit.
Mhm.
What
Yeah,
edit
he
did we
did.
see him in recently where he was just sitting down at the spot? I forgot what that was. Was it a Dickies one? The New York Dickies one? There you go. There you go. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's he ride for?
Crooked.
Crooked
Vans, Spitfire, Dickies.
Well, at least I know his name.
Such a good setup.
At least I know his name.
Shout out,
man, Ronnie killed it.
Shout out to the homies.
Yeah, that the back boneless too at Power and Skate Park. It's parked in Sacramento. It's like
sick.
almost full pipe. You guys remember that clip?
Yeah,
dude.
that's
how
so
he barely
crazy.
puts his foot on like the coping. He barely puts it on. So I would call it a back boneless, but
Yeah,
it's
dude,
fucking crazy.
his footage at the flower shop or whatever in SF. I checked that out once when I was on a trip in SF, and I mean I can't skate tranny like that, but it was cool to go just to put into perspective how crazy it is. Like his footage in there is insane. How fast he's ripping around and like the tricks he's doing. That's all that tranny is so steep.
Yeah.
And there, at least when I was there, it was just like parts of that would just have like a little hole, like your wheel could just lock into different stuff.
Yeah,
So
I totally agree.
Killed it.
Grant, do you have a GG this week?
Yeah, let me go ahead and send that over.
Okay. All right.
Let me send that over.
As Grant's working on that, let's talk about abnormal communication, episode 1. Episode 1. So the Thrasher made up another new segment.
It is, and guess who it's with, Drew?
Let me see. It's they call him the Godfather. He's brought some friends along too. Enjoy the show. More to come soon. This dude, I can't fucking remember his name. I call him the Pogo Man though. This guy, I can't.
I love the ongoing joke.
I can't remember.
Come on.
His name is something Andrew Gonzalez. Forgot. Good middle name though. You know what? We'll call you Drew. Drew Gonzalez. Welcome to the team. You know, and don't get me wrong. Like, I know what Mark's done for skateboarding, but let's not play ourselves here. He's no P-Rod. I mean, if he had just like 5% of accolades that Paul's accomplished, I might remember your name. But you I mean, you're okay.
Drew.
Let's see if P-Rock can do what Gons was doing in this when he's his age, because that hand plant was fucked.
Drew's trying to get us blacklisted.
I know. I'm about to
on the Gons.
Come on now, Drew.
Come on.
You guys are scared. Fuck you, bitches.
The OG. There would be no P-Rod if there was no guns.
You know what?
Ooh, that was good.
You want to know who's also not scared? Is Mark Gonzalez wearing those star pants.
Dude, he's down to wear whatever. It's tight.
Yeah.
You know what's sick in this piece? I put on my
So
story.
tell me, what is this piece about?
This specific one,
Yes.
it's just Gonz at a skate park and like clips of some Adidas dudes, and they're just talking about life, kind of. Like there's a clip where Gonz does doubles with a scooter, and he says like, people get mad about scooters, but I got no time to get mad about it. Like he pretty much just says it's a waste of time to like get so bummed out that someone's riding a scooter. Like it doesn't matter, which I thought was tight, and I just thought that was sick. That he didn't care, and he was down to film doubles with them, and him and a scooter kid did back bonelesses together.
That was cool.
That was sick.
Oh, well, it's cool to see him out there rolling with his fellow teammates.
Yeah.
It's rad.
He talks about, like Jack Fardell had some footage in there. He talks about Jack a little bit, and I think Nora was in there as well.
Yeah, Nora was in there. Nestor Judkins.
Oh yeah, I forgot Nestor was in there.
Yeah.
I don't know who. How you say? Hector da Silva. Never heard of him.
Heitor. He's sick. He does that in that edit or piece, whatever. They're skating over this rail, and Gonz like just jumps over, and his board like sits on the rail, and then Heitor like wallies kind of off his board. I thought that was tough. That Heitor's sick.
You're not familiar with Dragon Ball Z, huh? But there's this technique called the fusion technique, where they do a silly dance and then they point their fingers together. It looks like Hector if Wes Kramer and Alexis Ramirez fusion together would make one Hector.
It's Heitor. There's no C.
Oh, I thought the I silent. Just like how Mark is silent in Mark Gonzalez.
Dude. Oh my god. Wait, so you're saying Heitor is a combination of Alexis and Wes?
Just because he has the vest and he's Hispanic. So I was like, oh, that kind of looks like Alexis. Oh, it looks like West. Yeah. It's West and Alexis.
Yeah.
You're skating Massachusetts, bro. You ever been to Massachusetts?
No, that's where Nora is from, though.
Oh, that's sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she had a collection with Adidas recently, like a colorway of some shoes and some clothes. And I think on the pants it said on the back, like, Pembroke, Massachusetts, or something like that.
Were they purple pants?
They were. Yep, they were the classic Nora lavender.
Yeah. She loves the purple.
She does.
She got the purple wheels. She's got the purple boards. Purple grip.
She's got it all. It's all purple. Purple. She had purple trucks come out.
Didn't she have purple bearings? I think the covers are purple.
Yep, purple bearings.
She probably hate the Blue Man Group.
Purple everything, man.
Purple it up.
She needs purple hardware. Does she have a hardware sponsor?
Yeah, seriously. Not a bad color, though. I like purple.
I like that purple. She usually uses kind of like the lavender, like pastel, like Easter looking purple.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to wear purple pants, but I back it.
Yeah.
She makes it cool.
It was cool. This piece was cool, though, like how they just talked about. I don't know, because I feel like it didn't like have a, I don't know, like plot. What's the right word? Like it didn't have any. It just was Mark talking about like skating and being with his friends and having fun, and
yeah.
I guess he kind of close to the end, he was talking about like not to take it, and it seemed like he was trying to say like not to take it too seriously and just who you're with and what you're doing, and should try to have fun with it.
Totally.
I liked the part where they were all designing their own pants, so I thought that was kind of cool. It almost
that was sick.
Yeah,
they had like carpenter pants, and they were just painting them.
Yeah, it made me want to go do that.
Yeah, no. When I saw that, I was like, man, that's probably fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool to hear him talk about that, and I mean, it just makes you think. Like, at least for me, when I was listening to that, like so many great memories out skating, and so many of the ones that stick out is just like you and your friends, like in a parking lot or skating a curb or just messing around. Like, it's just the moments where no one's really taking it serious can end up being the most fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so tight how they used his board to ride over that, that yellow rail. That was so sick.
That was tight.
And Mark and Presley when he did that I guess would you call the pole jam what they have at the gas stations? What'd you call that? Just right up.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
Would you call that a pole
that.
jam though? I wouldn't call it a pole jam. What would you call it?
Nah, I mean he
Head
grinds.
on 50. Was he?
He like
Wally
pole
50.
jam to 50. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a Wally 50, but it's a rail.
Wally 50. Yeah.
Did you guys in the Raleigh was sick by how do you say his name?
Heitor. Yeah,
Heitor?
he like bounced off on his wheels, like on the rail. That was crazy.
Yeah, I got a
Gons could moonwalk? Are you shitting me?
Oh, now he remembers his name, huh?
I
The
don't know his
moonwalk,
first
that's all he
name.
needed.
His name's Gons. I forgot his first name, but
Get Paul.
Ooh.
Which probably, huh?
Don't fight.
I love it.
He could if he had moon physics on.
I remember that cheat Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Yep. Holding a mute grab forever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could. What's up with this rough cut with Tiago Lemos? Dime Knowing Mixtape Volume 2. What's going on here?
Speaking of Tiago, did you guys hear the announcement today?
Announcement of what? What happened?
He's announced a New Balance. It's official.
Who's
saw
he
the
riding
clip
for DC?
Hmm?
Who's
Yeah,
he?
he left DC.
Oh, he's what? Oh, that's a bummer. I like to see
Yeah,
him
it
on
is.
those DC trips, man.
Yeah, he left DC. Yeah, so the Jaquan clip came out a couple of days ago. He did switch frontside heel nose grind. Actually, you know what? That's supposed to be the Grant's Gram. That clip is
Hell yeah.
Uh-oh, did I just ruin the surprise? Anyway, did it so good. He was in some New Balances. So at that point, it's like, you might as well let the world know.
Has he been off DC? I'm still shocked by this.
No, it's recent. I mean, a few weeks now, but it's, pretty new.
Was there a post about it?
DC posted about it and then took the post down, and I don't think they ever posted about it. He posted about it.
What did DC say?
It was a normal, like, respectful. I don't remember.
But they
exactly
took
what,
it
like,
down?
Yeah, I mean, I could see if they reposted, but I looked again later, and I could not find a DC post about.
That's a
like,
topic in itself. Let's not ignore this. It can't get by us in the cracks. So you're telling me,
Love it.
You're telling me that they wish him respect, but then they take it out. So that's like
But it wasn't-
they mean
hold on.
disrespect. Then
Yeah, but let me explain. It wasn't like they posted it and then the next day got rid of it. It was like they posted it and then within that hour got rid of it, like as if, in my opinion, it seemed like they were going to repost it, like there was some sort of typo or they were waiting a little longer for whatever reason. But I don't think they ever posted it again about him leaving. So yeah, I don't know. That is interesting. I don't know what the deal is.
Reeve,
that.
what do you make of this? You have no comment?
Me? I mean, maybe it was a farewell, and then within the post of it, or with it being posted, something happened, and they were like, "Nah, we're not posting a farewell." I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't think the breakup was bad though.
Yeah, no, I'm just
They-
I'm just
Yeah.
out shit.
Sound like they
I have no
said
idea.
farewell to the farewell.
Yeah.
New Balance, huh?
Yeah, he made a long post thanking them for everything they did for him. Like a very respectful post. Chris Ray commented on it, like very psyched and thanking him for everything he did.
Oh,
And Chris Ray's still been like posting about him on his story and stuff, like just psyched for him and thankful for everything he did for Chris and for DC. Yeah, but I mean, it took everyone by surprise. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I saw that, and to me, Tiago is what DC is now.
front
So-
side
I
flip
agree,
fakey
Grant.
nose manny, bitch. Fakey flip out.
Oh, I know.
You
That was
shitting me?
insane.
That's the bet. Like that was the best one ever done. I think.
How did he do that?
How he
No, he
locked
caught it
in was
perfectly.
so
Yeah.
good.
That's what I put on the notes. He locked in like the
Oh,
best.
wow. He had perfect balance on cheat. Crazy.
Yo, you know what's sick? He's skating that spot, the Montreal ledge, and he switched all these up. It looks like he wanted to go into Manny or something, but he drops down right away, and you could tell he's kind of like, And then he just looks up, and he does such a good switch tray off the ledge, like just for the heck of it. It was
Yeah.
so sick.
I'll never get over his switchback tails. I never will.
No
Yeah.
one will. They're by far the best.
They're so good. You know-
Switchback tail.
You know who had a good one was Tony Tave on handrails. His were really fucked up.
That's a cool shout out.
Hey, but switch back tail, big spin out on that super tall shootout ledge.
Oh, Jake
Yes.
Johnson? Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Love to see him.
And
Yeah,
Jake
this
Johnson in
is
this is pretty sick too.
Tiago switch heel back nose grind, that shootout ledge that him and Jake skated.
Dude.
Like, yo, that's oh, switch heel front tail on the gap into ledge.
Oh,
in
yes.
Nasty.
Montreal.
Nasty.
Like what?
But go back
That
to the
gap
switch.
was so far.
It was. But the switch heel and back nose grind, you see a lot of people do switch heel crook, not back nose grind. That is not like a trick you see a lot, I
I
think.
see that.
You see
You don't-
crook, you don't see back nose grind.
I feel like when people switch heel into grinds, like switch heel back 5-0, people do that one.
Mm.
Ledge skaters will do that one. Switch heel back nose grind, yeah, like you're saying, he was on top of it. He was
Yeah.
balanced back nose.
Jake
Not
falls
bad.
down, and then the two concerned women are. I love that.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
one.
insane.
Yeah. What's other stuff I wrote down?
He
There's
should have just stood on the floor, had him help him up.
Insane.
Oh, the Yuri fall was pretty crazy too. And he did the fakey tray after.
It is
but
so good.
the fall right at the fall right before, and the filmer like kind of gets up and starts like walking down. He goes, "You all right?" And then it just like cuts. I thought it was pretty funny.
That's not Stephen Lawyer, right? It's just a lookalike, right?
I don't think Steven's in this, but I
Yeah.
don't know who looked like him.
Some redhead dude, man. Look just like him.
Nah, I don't think Steve Laura's in there. Yeah, dude, Yuri got smoked. His wheel
Mhm.
got stuck in that crack or whatever.
Yeah.
Especially going fakey and going over something that's down a gap, like that was the worst.
Yeah.
Worst way that could happen, pretty much. But that's sick that he got up and did it, because he did that so well.
Fakey Vario flip Manny, fakey tray out, Tiago. And it looked like he was just like they were just
Ooh,
he was like messing around. And it was such a
sexy.
long manual. It looked so dope.
Wow.
Yeah.
He does tricks literally no one else on the planet can do. He has to be Sodi 1 year for that alone. The fact that no one in the world can do his tricks.
Yeah, the last thing I wrote down was he does the fakey flip, fakey 5-0 backside, and then switch hard, and then all I wrote down was the switch hard tail slide after, back tail. And I don't think he pushes, if I remember correctly. He was just like going as fast as he can, doing those tricks. Like I don't see other people doing that kind of like that fast and that tech. It's crazy.
He's insane.
Yeah.
He's psycho.
Switch from blunt. I remember in that one line, he just switch from blunt, pop out, and then all like crooks that the other side of that gnarly shootout ledge, the tall one. God.
It must be, I was thinking, like, it must be fun, like,
yeah,
because you can see any ledge, no matter the height, and he's got multiple tricks he could do on it. Like, you could find the tallest ledge, and he's like, oh, yeah, should I do this or this?
yeah, seriously. It's like
the
not
tallest ledge ever.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, maybe a nose slide. It's like, no, I'll do switch front crook. I can do probably, nollie back 180 crook, like, dude.
I know that's the trippy part. Like you see his like think about his switchback till he did a mock but remember that one? The Instagram one that went insane?
Yep.
Like that's the type of ledge that nose slide should be like the insane trick or front nose. Like something that you could just like get up there.
Yeah.
But switchback tail, like I know that's his trick, but man, that doesn't make any sense.
But to have that trick on that kind of level of ledge is crazy.
Yeah.
But it is his trick, so goddamn.
So insane.
Some great cool footage to watch for sure.
Completely insane.
Oh, God, I have another one. No, the nollie flip into that little like bank.
Yes.
And then he kick flips over like these like weird blocks. Such a cool looking clip. He made it look so sick. And I like how he does a couple nollie flip and then he ollies it. Like he's doing a couple nollie flips to make it like, I don't know, it seemed like he really wanted to make it look good. So I like that. It was cool.
Yeah, he ended up doing it great. Like the kickflip just floats over those blocks. That was sick.
Yeah.
Look like he was still wearing his DC ring when he did that.
He hasn't had it. He's had one clip come out in New Balances, and it's the one on Instagram.
Ooh! Front side tail slide heel flip. Oh, fucking bitch. Oh, shit. That was nasty. Heel flip, frontside tail slide, fakey. Ugh.
Kickflip front tail fakie in there too, in a line, end of a line.
Did you guys mention this Nollie 180 fakie crook he does to this nasty switch flip that's knee high?
I can't recall.
It's
don't
6
remember
minutes and 6 seconds. So
Nah.
stupid. It's so good.
Yeah.
That switch flip. He's not one to switch flip. I never seen him switch flip. That switch flip was next level. I love
He's
that.
just got it all.
He does.
He's got it all.
The switch shove
Does he do
Reaver
street
180?
league? He does do street league, huh?
He did like 3 of them. The switch shove
Skated
Reaver.
it.
Mm.
He skated street league, but I don't know if he did still. I don't know. Yeah, switch shove rewind,
Yeah, the
fully
rewind.
rotated in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the one he uses, I think like whatever, if there's 2 or 3, whatever the last one was,
Yeah.
it was so beautiful.
Yep.
I was watching it, I was like, I have to be able to do that one day. I wouldn't do a switch, I can't switch pop shove, but do it regular. I was like, I have to figure out how to do that one day because it had to feel so good. Just the
Yeah.
watching is. I was like, that has to feel amazing. That you could catch a pop shove and turn the whole front side 180. So sick.
That is probably a badass feeling.
It's gotta feel great.
Let's talk about this Nike SB Australia.
Dude, these are some of my favorites right now.
Some of
And
your
this- the
favorite
lineup-
what?
Some of my favorite skaters. These kids in this. They're so sick.
Are you familiar with them?
Yeah, so this is raw footage from an edit called Disc that they came out with a couple months ago.
Mm.
Some Australian dudes. So Rowan Davis is, to me, that he's my favorite in it. But I'll pull it up because I want to read off all
You
the
don't like
names.
Ben Lowry?
No, I do. I think he probably has the most in this. His stuff is insane. So good. He does that incredible crooked grind up and
Yeah.
around on that skinny little metal thing. It's like a U. Like he crooks the whole. It's psycho. Like that. They just all skate so cool. The spots are so sick. Just unique. Like this, just skating that stands out. I love it.
Came close to hitting that security guard on that blunt slide.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah. He does blunt. Yeah, he shoots out, almost hits him. Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it is about like this whole group of skaters that I love. I don't know if it's that a lot of these spots I haven't seen. They all just have cool trick selection. They skate fast, just do cool tricks. It's a lot different than I think what we see a lot of here. You see a lot of handrail skating, and these dudes skate handrails, but I don't know. They just skate.
You think you just like the spot, huh?
That's part of it. That dude Ben Lowry board sides that
Yeah,
Little
I'm watching it
yeah.
right now.
with
And it has a
knobs
gap
on.
in it.
Mm-hmm.
like what?
And then don't
Yeah,
forget about
what's on the
horse.
rail? What's
I think
on
there's
them?
little knobs and there's a little gap.
Yeah. I see the gap. I just was like, I hear something. He's clacking around on something.
Yeah, I think there's tiny little knobs. Yeah,
It's
dude.
crazy.
He takes some slams in that thing too. But
Yeah, he
man,
did.
he killed it. And then like I said, Rowan Davis, he's at the end. Or after Ben, I think. That kid's footage is so sick. So
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, he was my favorite out of the two watching this because I remember that edit. We talked about it a couple months ago, like you said, or a few months ago. We talked
Yeah.
about this edit. This edit was sick, but dude, there's one heel flip that Rowan Davis guy does. It's huge. It's pretty big heel flip, and it
Yeah.
was so sick. He's got a dope style.
Yeah. So actually I just remembered this extra, it's just Ben and Rowan. I was trying to remember. So I think maybe they'll release another one because there's a few other people in that edit. I think Ben and Rowan had the most footage, but I remember Sam Sutton was one of the other names. So maybe there'll be another extras with the rest of the dude's footage. But
That'll be
yeah,
cool.
man, that heel flip. He has that one line. He does a kick flip and then a really good, it's like off a curb, but he does such a cool front 180 and then switch front shoves this like big 5 block or something.
Yep.
So good. Just floats the switch front shove.
Yeah, the kickflip is like literally right after the kickflip. You're right. He does that 180, and I was tripping out on that because the 180, when you do like a quick like foot thing like that, whatever, with your quick feet,
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you kind of have to not go like do the most proper like trick after. And his 180 was like popped and proper like right after. It
Yeah,
was
it
not
was
no
amazing.
messing around. Yeah, that was a really cool line,
Yeah.
long lens line, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah, man, they killed it. Actually, Rowan Davis posted on Instagram this week. I think he has another part. This was like footage from a montage, but I think he has a part coming out soon.
Oh, that's sick.
So I'm definitely keeping an eye out for that. I'm sure we'll talk about that on here because I'm hyped to see what else he has. All his footage in this is so good. Shout out to him and Ben. That footage is amazing. Also, did you guys know? I didn't know why it was called Disc, but in the little description on YouTube,
Frisbee golf?
Pizza.
no, yeah, Disc is. They said it's like slang for cheap pizza in Australia.
I remember reading that like a few months ago.
Oh,
reading
okay,
about it. Yep.
Yeah, never heard of that, but that's cool.
To the front nose on accident. What, Drew?
What happened?
Go ahead.
The front nose though in the beginning to like Ben does. He does like a front nose when he's trying to 180 switch crook or whatever, and he does or not 180 switch crook. Sorry.
He tries back when he nose grind, and he goes
back
to
when he nose grind.
Yeah,
He does a front nose and he like lands the hang 10. The reverse. So sick. I thought that was
crazy.
dopest, like random clips, but yeah.
Yeah, true. That's
Something
right.
about a front pinch, man. It always looks good.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Did you see the insane crooked grind I was talking about yet, Drew?
It sure did. Hell yeah, it did.
I can't believe that
That shit
clip.
was nuts.
That had to feel so good.
Yeah, these guys are funny. I was laughing at the guy that threw the skateboard and he told him to get the fuck out and they blurred his face and he just tossed it like he... I don't know. I don't know by like the way how he tossed it. I bet he imagined it was gonna go way further than it did.
Yeah.
And then
When I watched that,
poor
you know what
bastard.
I was thinking? I was like, it's probably funny because to this guy, maybe in his head, like throwing the skateboard's gonna like ruin it or something, like ruin our day or the skater's day. But it's like, does it? Probably not gonna do anything to it unless you really like chip the nose or something. Like your board's probably gonna be exactly the same.
I remember this topic on the last time we talked about that crooked grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. It's fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Man, that's nuts. And the fact that he didn't even touch it is gnarly too. I was expecting like a little hand grab, like a little early grab out.
Or he didn't hit that camera over, the one that's doing like the standby fisheye.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's like a tripod on top.
Oh, it is a
with
tripod.
The fisheye.
Wow.
Some Buster O'Shea filming right there.
Dude, that's so nuts. That's cool. Hey, you guys ready for the Grant's Gram, or you guys want to talk about something else before we introduce everyone's favorite segment,
I think it's all we got.
Grant's Gram?
Let's do it. Well, for anyone that's listened through this whole episode, you guys got a little hint. But Tiago Lemos, I had to give it to him, man.
Whoa. They had Carlos Sabero on there too. You can't have two Grant's Grams.
Yeah, go with the Tiago one. Shout out to Carlos. But when we started talking about the Tiago one, I was like, oh yeah, I have to pick that. Shout out Carlos, Nolly Randy Switch Crook, so good. If you watch that, turn the audio up. It sounds amazing. Tiago switch front heel nose grind, man. One reason this is it, I mean, it's beautiful. Second of all, I just love these moments when someone comes out with a clip and everyone on Instagram's so hyped on it. And I saw this posted like on people's stories so many times. I was like, dude, this clip is sick. Like, who else is doing that? Who else is doing that trick? And the way he does it, then he pushes and frontside flips, like knee high, just so pop. So definitely unique ledge trick. Did it super good, and kind of fitting. He's a Grand Slam this week with that New Balance announcement. So shout out Tiago, man, he killed it.
Indeed.
Hey Grant, did they have a GoPro clip in Baker 4?
Not that I remember. There's definitely iPhone clips. I don't remember GoPro, but maybe.
We'll catch you guys next week, later skaters.
We'll be back.